All right, it is time for Watch Party Wednesday with Leroy, sponsored by Sunray Cinema. And I do want to start out with a couple movies Sunray is going to be showing as part of the Sleeping Giant Fest from March 28th through the 31st. So that's coming up soon, you guys. Thelma is the first one. When 93-year-old Thelma Post gets duped by a phone scammer pretending to be her grandson, she sets out on a treacherous quest across the city to reclaim what was taken from her. And it's inspired by real-life experience and events. And actually, we've heard scams like this all the time. So it sounds really, really interesting. There's going to be a little bit of humor mixed in. But yeah, something I think that a lot of us can relate to. And then Catching Fire, the story of Anita Pallenberg, European actress and rock and roll muse, told in Anita's own words from her unpublished memoir. And in the words of her family, this bittersweet film is a never-seen-before look at the life with the Rolling Stones. They used super 8mm home movies. And I just think that's really cool to be able to see that kind of behind-the-scenes look. All right, so that's what's coming up at the end of March for that Sleeping Giant Fest. But now let's take it over to Leroy to see what you got for us.
Hey, Jordan. So all week, we've been preparing for the Oscars,
yes,
which comes on Sunday night at 7 o'clock on ABC.
ABC 25, baby.
Yeah, ABC 25. And so what I've done is, well, my favorite category is the Best Picture category. So what I'm going to do is just run through the nominees really quick and then discuss some of the movies that I've seen.
Okay, cool.
So out of that category, we have American Fiction, Anatomy of the Fall, Barbie, The Holdovers, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Oppenheimer, Past Lives, Poor Things, and Zone of Interest. Now, those are some of the movies that are in the category. Now,
I'm glad you're telling us because I didn't know that.
Now, some of the picks that I've seen and truly enjoyed. First up, now we have Barbie, the Barbie movie, which is based on the toy, the Mattel toy Barbie. Barbie in the wonderful world of Barbie. Barbie and Ken are having the time of their lives in the colorful and seemingly perfect world of the Barbie land. However, when they get a chance to go to the real world, they soon discover the joys and perils of living amongst humans. And so Barbie is nominated for Best Movie, Best Actor in a Supporting Role for Ryan Gosling, Best Actress in the Supporting Role with America Ferrera, and Costume Design.
It does look cool, and I admit,
love Barbie. Starring Margot Robbie.
Yes,
she does a great job portraying Barbie. We've all grown up with Barbie. So
yes.
It is a great movie, well written, and I'm pulling for it.
I gotta see it.
All right.
Next up,
Killers of the Flower Moon, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese. This movie is about when oil is discovered in 1920s Oklahoma under the Osage Nation land. The Osage people are starting to be murdered one by one, and it goes on until the FBI has to step in and see what's going on. This is a beautiful movie. It also stars Lily Gladstone, who was nominated for Best Actress in a role. She does a wonderful job. This is a touching movie. I gotta warn you, it's a little lengthy. It's about 3.5 hours long, but you can't even, I didn't even tell it was that long. The only way I knew is because I started when the sun was going down and I finished pitch midnight, but it just flowed well written.
Leo does those longer movies. Titanic was really long.
Yep, and Martin Scorsese, his last movie, The Irishman, was very long on Netflix. But no, Killers of the Flower Moon is a great movie, nominated for Best Picture. Okay, moving on, we have The Holdovers. The Holdovers, starring Paul Giamatti and Divine Joy Randolph. It's a coming-of-age film about a cranky history teacher at a prep school who is forced to remain over the holidays with a grieving cook and a troubled student who has no place to go. It is a beautifully designed movie. The costume design is set in the 70s. Paul Giamatti does a great job. Divine Joy Randolph, who has already won Screen Actors Award, and she is the favorite to win for leading actress, supporting actress in a role. So The Holdovers is a favorite movie that I really enjoyed.
I will admit, this one I haven't even heard of.
Oh, no, it's great. Paul Giamatti is great.
That's why I love these segments too. He's really teaching us what's out there.
Finally.
I didn't know.
Now, finally, we have American Fiction. American Fiction, starring Jeffrey Wright, Tracy Ross, and Sterling K. Brown. American Fiction is about a novelist who's fed up with the establishment, profiting from black entertainment, and he uses a pen name to write a fake book that propels him into the heart of hypocrisy and the madness that he claims to this day. Now, out of all the movies, this one is my pick to win Best Picture.
And why is that?
Because it kind of speaks to what's happening and currently as far as when it comes to portraying African Americans on television, what is accepted, what we seemingly keep seeing over and over in books and pictures and that sort of thing. So it kind of speaks to that. Issa Rae does a great job. Jeffrey Wright does a magnificent job. It is my favorite for Best Picture.
All right.
So check out the Oscars, everybody.
We've got his prediction right there. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And I know you also have an Instagram they can check out, FCL Watch Party Wednesday, right?
Yep, you got it.
Awesome. Well, earlier.